If there's one WordPress feature that has a massive negative impact on the user experience and on the bottom line of a business, then it's search. WordPress search is designed to work with regular blog posts and regular content. If you expand your website to regular business use cases, you'll immediately see that search starts becoming a bottleneck and starts breaking in essential places. Let me give you a quick demonstration. So I've set up this website for Pedal and Pine Cycles, a local business that does bike parts, sells bikes, and does a lot of regular work. The search option is present. Let's make a few searches here. So if I come here and make a search for, let's say, job application, I'm interested in apply to job for this company just to see if they have something actually going on. You'll see nothing has been found, which is all right. But the interesting part is that this website does have a careers page and job application is prominently listed here, right here on the page, but the search doesn't show it. Let me give you a couple of more examples. If I come back on the search page and instead of job application, I search for professional bike fitting, which is something this business actually does. Let's search for it. You'll see nothing will be found, which is surprising because there is a dedicated page called professional bike fitting, but it's a custom post type, which WordPress doesn't search by default. Let me show you a couple of more examples. If I come back to the search page and I search for a specific part and I just remember the size of the part, so let's say 54 centimeter, which might be a standard size, I'll search for it. Nothing will show up. But if I go to the product page, the frame size is actually available in 54 centimeters. So WordPress search still failing again in this use case. And if I come back and search for a specific SKU and I search for it, you'll see that it doesn't find it. But on the same website, there is a PDF document that lists the exact same SKU right here on the page, because WordPress natively does not search PDFs embedded on your site, even if they're present inside. Last, one more example of a PDF again. If I search for search or crash replacement, which is a common thing in this kind of a bike fitting industry, that you would want to understand what's kind of a replacement or warranty policy. The same PDF has this detail, which is crash replacement, but search will not report it. So these are some examples of a very common business doing regular business things, embedding forms on their site, having custom post type, having details in PDFs, and search is failing at every department. Now imagine this, they might be losing on great customers, they might be losing on a lot of business and losing out on great job applicants because they don't have search fixed. And that is what this video is about. Let me show you how you can fix this if you are having the same problems on your website and you might not even know it. So after watching this video, go and test it out on your website if your search is broken too. So the solution to this problem is using a WordPress plugin dedicated creatively to solve this search problem, nothing else. It's called SearchWP. And you can see here, it creates a better and more personalized WordPress search experience. This is a massive feature-packed plugin, but just designed for search. Instead of going through all the details, I'm going to just give you a couple of demonstrations and show you how it works. But I'd encourage you to go to the website. And if you go to the resources section or you go to the features section, you'll see so much detail. So even if you're a beginner, you can set it up. But if you're an advanced user, you want to tweak your search settings precisely, then SearchWP can come to the rescue as well. I already have it installed on my site, but I deactivated it just to show you how poorly search performs if it's not present. So I'll activate it, flush out the cache, and I show you the same searches I was doing again to show you the difference. So SearchWP is installed and activated, and I also installed and activated some extensions for SearchWP, which can extend the functionality. So on the screen, you can see that I activated the WooCommerce extension because not every store or website is using WooCommerce. So if you want WooCommerce functionality to be enabled in search, you enable the extension. I also have activated the metrics and live search. So nothing else configured for now. The search will dramatically improve automatically. Let's go to the search and we'll test a few things out. Right, so let me head back to search here and I'll go back to search and I'll search for crash replacement, which is something that we already demonstrated that was not working. So I'll paste it here, and even the live search returns the warranty and return policy. So if I click on it, you'll see it instantly takes us to the PDF, which is a massively improved search behavior. And you can see the crash replacement is here, and that's why it's being searched. So SearchWP is doing a fantastic job already when it comes to making the search better. Let's test out a couple of other things, a couple of examples that I didn't demonstrate earlier, but I'll search for it and show it to you. So I'll search for, just look at the screen what I'm doing, and you can see that it's catching spelling mistake as well. In the search term, I intentionally misspelled the term with 2 N's, and the search here is showing 1 N and other products and features or pages which actually mention the term. So without doing anything, mistakes in search or like fuzzy search is already working for us, which is excellent. Now, if I go for tires again, I'll search for tires. You'll see a lot of details here, tires, etc. And you can see the different spellings also returning in search. So that's SearchWP already making search a lot better. But there's a couple of things that still won't work if you try it out. For example, if I go to the first example I demonstrated, and I search for job application, you'll see that it'll still return the service price list. That's because the PDF itself has some job or words related, but more importantly, it's not returning the job application form because that is not configured yet. And that's where the configuration options have to be configured so that we can actually understand and customize the behavior of what SearchWP actually indexes. So let's head back to the admin area and I'll show you how to configure SearchWP so that you can customize and tweak the behavior. So to configure the settings, we need to modify or customize the algorithm of search. So inside the admin area, if you look at SearchWP, the menu entry, you'll find algorithm here. So I'll just go to algorithm and this is where we'll be able to customize. Some options are pretty straightforward. Some I'll explain and I'll teach you how to configure, but the docs of SearchWP do a good job in explaining if you have a custom use case. So the first thing to see here is that we have an engine. So you can have multiple engines and everything else. That is something more technical. Right now, we are seeing what is the kind of things that are being indexed. So you can see posts are being indexed, pages are being indexed, media is being indexed, and products are being indexed. So these are the sources. For example, let's say your pages are just your terms and conditions something and you don't want them appearing in search, you just disable or delete the pages from the index entirely, so they won't appear in search. So that's what the benefit of the default, or I'd say the post types is. Let me show you something else you can configure here in the algorithm. So let's fix some of these changes. The first thing I'll do is I'll go into the sources and settings, and this will be a revelation to you that will instantly change the way you see SearchWP. So if I go to the sources and settings, you'll see that posts, pages, media, and products are indexed. So basic stuff is already indexed. But services, which is a custom post type, was not indexed. Of course, the search or default WordPress search doesn't index it either, but we can actually enable it. So once we do, and once the index actually starts building here, you'll see once I save, it'll take a few moments to rebuild the index. Then anything that you have in custom post type will actually start getting indexed. So you might have a services page, you might have a testimonials landing page, you might have dedicated landing pages created with any other plugin, and those all content can be now indexed, which is a huge improvement from the default search experience. Now, when it comes to products, I demonstrated a couple of examples where specific details about the products were not being indexed. Let's fix that. So what we'll do is, since the products are already here or already searched, but certain attributes of the products, which is the variations or sizes, are not being indexed, we'll add the custom fields here so that search can actually, or SearchWP can actually index them. So let me show you how it works. I'll click the add remove attributes, and in the modal window, we'll add a few custom fields which will help the index search for the right things. So in the custom fields, I'll add the custom fields I want SearchWP to index. The first one is the SKU by itself, and it's finding it. Let's add it here. The second one is frame material. And what you can do is, whatever products you're selling, whatever attributes your users are used to searching with, that's the kind of custom fields you can add here so that the relevant information appears in search. I'll add frame material here, and that's also done. Let's also add the wheel size. These are examples of the search I already made, which in the beginning were failing. So let's do that as well. And wheel size is already done. And under brands, what I'll do is I'll just go here and I'll just add the product brand as a taxonomy as well. So if I have certain brands, they will be indexed as well. Let's click done. So the custom fields are now added, but the weights of the custom fields are not the right way. So let's fix that by using these sliders. And what these mean is that what importance does SearchWP give to what custom field type when making the search? The title is the highest right now. The content is lowest, which we want to increase. So we'll increase this. Slug can be middle. That means the URL itself. The excerpt is low. Author should be actually very low. So I'll just do this. Then the SKU should be medium to high. Frame material should be medium to high. And wheel size should be medium to high, including the brand as well. So that's how you configure what importance SearchWP gives to what fields. We'll do the same thing for services. I added that, but none of the weights have been configured. So I'll add remove attributes here and include title, content, slug. These are the only custom fields we care about, except an author, maybe not needed. So I'll just click done, and I can configure this that, hey, the title has the maximum highest likelihood of being searched. Content also, let's say medium, and slug can be also medium. And since this is done, we'll just click save. And now the SearchWP is configured for custom post types as well. Search or as a services page, which is a custom post type, and also WooCommerce products with specific information. Pretty easy to do and pretty powerful now. So all the settings have been saved, but we are seeing a notice that the index needs to be rebuilt. So let me rebuild the index, and then we'll do a few searches to see if we are getting the right outputs. All right, the index is now rebuilt and I am on the main home page. Let's do some of searches again that failed previously, and now you'll see the difference. So I'll go to the search option, search for professional bike fitting. And by the way, Ajax search is already live. That means I don't have to press the enter key to search to appear. So you can already see professional bike fitting. The service page is showing up. The PDF, which is the service list, is also showing up, which is great. Let's try 54 centimeters, which was something that failed last time. And you'll see the spec sheet now shows up. And I'll also search for the SKU now. Let's try and search that. And we have that showing up as well. So that's awesome. So SearchWP is a technical product, but the benefit is you can actually configure it whatever way you like. There's too many options here. You can create multiple indexes. There are global rules. You can have specific rules for different product types, custom results order, many options to choose from. But let me show you one of the most powerful things that is very, very underrated when it comes to search. It's called metrics. So I already installed the metrics extension at the start of the video just for this purpose. So as soon as I install metrics, what it does is anytime anybody makes a search, it actually indexes the search. The benefit is, let's say you configured the rules, but they were not perfect. But if you can see what people are actually searching for, it gives you an idea of what people are searching for, so you can improve the product or improve the product page, improve the rules, or something that you maybe don't stock in your store that you can include. So you can see here what kind of searches here are, and if you go into details, you can see the metrics data, you can download them. So the idea is that anything that's being searched on your site, if the metrics extension is active, will be saved, so you can come back and see what people are actually searching for and index. So that's the power of SearchWP, massively underrated product in the WordPress space, which can completely transform the experience for your users and your bottom line as well. So make sure to check it out, searchwp.com. The link will be on the page. The URL will be linked in the description as well, and also in the pinned comment. And make sure to like, follow, share, subscribe. There's too many things now, all that good stuff. And if you have any ideas about our channel, what kind of videos we should make sure to leave them in the comments as well. My name is Yuvraj. You're watching W Beginner, and I'll catch you in the next video really soon. Take care.